We know we went to bed at 10 p.m. on the 12th,
Okay.
so she had gone to bed between 8:30 and 9 the night before. And when you got up at what, 4:20?
Yeah.
With the dog, and he had noticed her bedroom door was cracked open, and it's never cracked open, but he heard the toilet.
Yeah, I heard the toilet flush around 4-ish, 3:54-ish. Thought it was probably one of the children up.
And then when I got up at 7:30, her door was still cracked, and I thought, that's weird, because she doesn't normally leave her door open at all. She's got 2 brothers, and she doesn't want them in her room. And so I go in, and she wasn't in bed, so I was like, oh, I'm going to go look out her window and see how much snow we got, because we had that big snowstorm, like, what, 21 inches that night. Figured she was downstairs already, because she's usually up at 6. And I go to open the basement door to yell down to her, because I figured if she wasn't on the main floor, we have a small 3-bedroom house, that she was probably already done all her chores and in the basement on her electronics, because it was a snow day. And the light was off, and that's when I went, where's Trinity? And I noticed her hat and her boots and her jacket were gone. And so you went down to the bus stop.
Yeah, I went out, noticed that there were footprints, and then walked down to the bus stop. She wasn't there, so I walked back up to the driveway and immediately started shoveling out the end of the driveway so we could start going to look.
She's not the kind of kid that goes for a walk, ever. It's pulling teeth to get her to exercise. She's not the kind of kid that goes out. She's very much a homebody. She stays home and works on her electronics all the time. All her friends are online. And everybody kept asking, like, well, where would she have gone? And I'm like, the only place she would have gone is school, and school was closed that day. She's on the spectrum, so she had a very strong fight or flight instinct when she was little, but she hasn't, like, taken off. And there was no arguments, there was no sign that she was even considering leaving.
School-wise, she's beyond, I would probably put her close to, if not beyond, university. She is super smart, but when you take her outside of school and you tell her to go fishing or build a garden, she couldn't tell you how to do it, or she couldn't do it for herself unless you were to walk her step by step through it.
She wanted friends, but because she struggled socially, she tended not to fit in with her peers. Yeah. She just loved to talk about games and puzzles and all the time. So those communities for her was where she fit in. For us, it seems like the most logical is that maybe somebody online she met.
Yeah.
But the police had the National Investigation Service go through her laptop and her phone, and they didn't find anything of significance. The police have told us that because she's 16, even if they find her, they can't make her come home. We want to know she's okay. Yeah. We don't know if our kid's okay. I can't tell her brothers that she's okay. Well, I tell them that she's okay, and I feel like crap because I'm lying to them about it. Yeah. Because we don't know if she's okay. My 5-year-old says that he's green and blue all the time because he's happy, but he's sad because Trinity's not home. And trying to explain to a 5-year-old why you can't ask Santa to bring Trinity home because his magic doesn't work that way is probably one of the hardest things I've done as a parent.